This is a short demonstration of the IONET NSFExporter for Lotus Notes. The function of the tool is to export notes, mail, calendar and content information to Internet standard formats, then optionally to PST for importing into Outlook. The first thing the administrator would do is to set the defaults for the tool. The first tab here allows you to set the UI. The second tab allows you to set the defaults for the export, so the default export method, the export path, and you can use reserved words like the user's temp directory here, whether or not the export should skip documents over a certain age or size, and you can prevent the users from changing that, which type of file extensions or files to export and which types to skip, any additional types of forms to export, just some Java memory settings, some error handling information, whether or not folder structures are retained in the export, and then some log settings. So once the administrator has set those, then each user can create a document per database they wish to export. So if we look at that, the user has got some other options they can select, such as the number of documents to export. Because we allowed them to change the size or age settings, they can modify those. They can modify the error handling, and they can run it in debug mode. Then they just select the database. That could be mail file or archives or whatever. The export method, just verify the path. Because we're exporting to a PST file here, they can choose the PST display name, and then start running the export. The export itself runs in the background of the Notes client, displaying at all times what status it's up to. The user can, for example, do something else in the Notes client. They can look at logs, they could modify the time zone information, could translate the database completely into a different language. You can also export from DXL straight to EML and then Outlook as well. Anytime they can go back into their export and see how it's doing. And they can just leave this running basically and do whatever they want. So shortly, at about 50%, it'll start importing to PST, and once that process is complete, the user can just open the PST in Outlook like normal. So this just allows the user to convert NSFs into PSTs at their convenience with no hassle.